All hell is breaking loose as Donald Trump's former allies in the Middle East and elsewhere are refusing to help Donald Trump and his regime in this war with any offensive operations. Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and others are saying, count me out. Also, former allies of the United States, and it pains me to say this though, like Spain, France, and the United Kingdom and others are like, we'll do a defensive posture in this war, but we're not helping you offensively right now. This is an unlawful war. You heard Prime Minister Carney of Canada also say that. And, you know, these leaders, whether it's French President Emmanuel Macron or Prime Minister Carney of Canada, they're the ones now calling up all these leaders in the Middle East, and they're trying to say, look, we've got your back. We know the United States is just in an utter state of disarray as a result of Donald Trump's warmongering right now. And so Donald Trump sends Lindsey Graham to go on state regime media and just start threatening all of these countries. Hey, Saudi Arabia, you're not ever going to be in a defense treaty with us if you don't go to war with us right now. To all these Middle East countries, we are not going to be your friends if you don't help us out right now. Hey, Spain, we should probably kick you out of NATO and take away your Air Force bases. Your behavior is totally unacceptable. I mean, you have a completely and utterly unhinged Lindsey Graham right now. And then meanwhile, if you listen to the statements that are coming out in a lot of these Arab nations and a lot of their leadership right there and some of their wealthy business people right there, you know, they're saying to the United States, don't drag us into this at all. We know where this is coming from. You invaded Iran. And we're not here making excuses and pretending that Iran's some great nation. They are causing great instability. But we warned you about precisely this, and you didn't consult us, and you did this unlawful war against Iran, and now the Middle East countries are paying the price for your behavior. Let's just go through this piece by piece, as we always do here on the MeidasTouch Network, with the receipt, giving you facts, all the facts, and nothing but the facts. Also, make sure you hit subscribe. You may think you're subscribed to this YouTube channel, but you may not actually be subscribed. So just double check if you can. So earlier in the day yesterday, Lindsey Graham starts threatening Saudi Arabia if it doesn't join the fight against Iran. Why should we do any defense agreement with you? You call yourself the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but you're unwilling to join a fight for mutual interest? Hopefully this changes soon. If not, consequences will follow, MBS. And should be noted that the Iranian foreign minister, Araghchi, says Saudi officials are fully committed to not letting their territory, water, and airspace be used against Iran. You have Lindsey Graham going on state regime media, which calls itself Fox, and he just ticks off every nation. Spain, Macron, Great Britain, wake up. Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, decide now. God bless. Oh, you have Hannity and then you have Hannity saying that. Then Lindsey Graham's like, God bless Israel. God bless Israel. We should move all of our stuff to Israel. Until my dying day, Lindsey Graham says, I'm with Israel. How about the United States of America? What the hell are we doing for the American people who can't afford things right now? Who can't pay their rent, who can't afford to go to university or send their kids to school, who can't afford groceries, who are getting their health care ripped away. You know, manufacturing jobs right now are less in 2026 than they were when Trump started doing tariffs in 2018 during his first term. Donald Trump's causing a manufacturing recession right now. We are in a jobs recession right now, but I digress. Here's Lindsey Graham attacking Spain and saying, basically, I'm encouraging Donald Trump to move all of our bases out of Spain. Here, play this clip.
To our friends in Spain, man, you have lost your way. I don't want to do business with you anymore. I want our air bases out of Spain into a country that will let us use them. To our Arab friends, I've tried to help you construct a new Mideast. You need to up your game here. I can't go to South Carolina and say we're fighting and you won't publicly fight. What you're doing behind the scenes, that has to stop. The double dealing of the Arab world when it comes to this stuff needs to end.
And then he says about Saudi Arabia, you have an obligation to help us. Our embassy was hit. You must go to war with us. Saudi Arabia's like, no, thank you. Play this clip.
Finally, to my friends in Saudi Arabia, I've been your biggest champion. I think the Crown Prince has taken Saudi Arabia in a completely different direction in a good way. But here's what I want to say to Saudi Arabia tonight. I'm willing to do a mutual defense agreement with your country to give you protection in perpetuity. Under the agreement I've been pushing, and I hope we can continue to talk about, if you're attacked by Iran, we would go to war for you. To Saudi Arabia, our embassy was hit in Riyadh. Do you not have an obligation to join the fight with us? You have yet to do that. So if you do not believe the American embassy being attacked in Riyadh would trigger mutual self-defense, maybe we shouldn't do a treaty with you. To our friends in the United Arab Emirates, you joined the Abraham Accords when nobody else would. You've been a great partner, but you said today publicly at the UN, your country would not be used to join the fight against the Ayatollahs.
And this is where Hannity's like, Spain, Macron, you need to step up. And Lindsey Graham's like, God bless Israel. They're the only ones with us right now. You're close, Lindsey, to understanding the issue right now. You're close, Lindsey. You're the issue. What you're saying there is the problem. Here, play this clip.
God bless you for trying. God bless you for destroying this regime.
And Spain, Macron, and Great Britain, they either wake up. This is their tipping point moment too. Just like the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, you decide now. UAE, decide now. Qatar, decide now. Because I'm a little sick and tired of the constant threading of needles. They wanted the Iranians stopped as much as the Israelis did.
Absolutely.
Truth be told.
God bless Israel.
All right.
We should move all our stuff to Israel. Thank you.
And then Lindsey Graham again. Remember, he's a proxy for Trump. Like, this is state regime media, right? So you have Lindsey Graham, Hannity. They're programmed what to say by Donald Trump. So this is their move to attack the rest of the world. Here's what Lindsey Graham says. If the regime of Iran still stands when this is over, we've made a mistake. Okay, so now it is about regime change again. Here, play this clip.
I believe with all my heart and soul, if the regime in Iran still stands when this is over, we've made a mistake. If they had a nuclear weapon, they would use it. They've been lying about what they're doing with their nuclear program. They want a bomb because they're Nazis. They're crazy.
More attacks on Saudi Arabia. Let's play it.
Finally, to my friends in Saudi Arabia, I've been your biggest champion. I think the Crown Prince has taken Saudi Arabia in a completely different direction in a good way. But here's what I want to say to Saudi Arabia tonight. I'm willing to do a mutual defense agreement with your country to give you protection in perpetuity. Under the agreement I've been pushing, and I hope we can continue to talk about, if you're attacked by Iran, we would go to war for you.
And here Lindsey Graham says, I will be with Israel until my dying day. Until my dying day. Here, play this clip.
All the anti-Semites, to all the isolationists, I don't believe. Forget it. I'm not with you. I'm with Israel. I will be with Israel to our dying day. They're the best ally we could hope for. So we have a commander-in-chief in President Trump, who I think is Ronald Reagan plus.
Okay, I've got some important news, so just give me a quick minute to break it down. Trump's war against Iran is creating a massive energy crisis right now, and we are in a much worse place than we would be if Trump wasn't so hostile to clean energy. Since Trump took office, he's taken a sledgehammer to clean energy initiatives. He's been closing clean energy plants and canceling projects, and the negative effects of these moves extend far beyond the environment itself. We're talking thousands of jobs, but perhaps most importantly at this moment, we're talking about the destruction of a clean energy economy that would protect families from foreign oil shocks. Now that Trump has started this war, oil prices are skyrocketing, and so is the price of gas. The Wall Street Journal is calling it the most severe energy crisis since the 1970s. Now, imagine if the US had a resilient clean energy infrastructure that made us less reliant on fossil fuels. Prioritizing clean energy isn't just good for the environment, it's strategically smart. Trump has discussed getting rid of these clean energy programs as part of his America First agenda, but in reality, it's the definition of putting America last. As always, we want to hear from you. Do you think the US should be prioritizing clean energy? Are your gas bills or other energy bills going up? Sound off now in the comments. Make some noise. I'm going to be reading all the comments. Okay, Ben, back to you.
Also, Mark Levin, who's one of Donald Trump's close advisors, who's a host on state regime media, said, "Is Iran a short-term exclusion or unconditional surrender and complete defeat? Is it a condition-based operation or a time-based operation? Inquiring minds want to know." Meanwhile, Bahrain residential apartment complexes are being hit. Bahrain's Babco oil refinery, its main oil refinery, was hit, and they had to declare a force majeure. That's what's going on. Let me read for you what Emirati billionaire Khalaf Ahmad